let's go to Nashville because I personally love what Barry Trotz did. He purged the country club and brought in tough as nails people who love Tim Hortons.
Yes, he did. I like Ryan O'Reilly.
Love Ryan, especially at. I can live at 4 years, 4.5.
Yeah, that's a fine deal. Gustav Nyquist, he comes in for 2 at 3.185.
Shen Daddy.
Luke Shen.
Shen got paid. Thank God. Good for him.
Here's Luke Shen's here's his salary. It's like up.
Like this is the 2008 housing crisis.
Yeah.
And then Bitcoin. And then he sold all his crypto and invested in real estate.
Yeah.
And then went up.
And he's
going up.
I love what he's done. I love that this guy it is a Bo Horvat situation. I like that he's got the money. I'm glad that it's not the Canucks that are paying him that.
Well, I mean, I can listen if they again, depending on what your team was and how much money you actually ended up having and what your depth chart looks like. Again, 3 years at $2.75 million. Again, it's not nothing I would lose sleep over. I'm just so glad for him. It's such a great story. Yeah. He gets that term and he doesn't have to bounce around and be that guy. And I think he fits perfectly replacing the Mark Borowiecki role in Nashville, where he can just be that foundational tone setter.
They don't need him to play with Roman Josi.
They don't need him to play with Roman Josi.
They'll draft those guys.
But you are just going to be there for 12 to 15 minutes a night, and you're going to just smash fill it up. I think that people in Nashville are going to love it.
I'm fascinated. I was doing a bit of cap friendlying myself. I missed Ian Cole's page, but I went to the Predators hard and deep. Matt Duchene was bought out of his contract this year, which is insane to me. It was a 7-year, $8 million contract.
Yeah.
He then went on to sign a 1 year, $3 million deal with Dallas, which good for him.
Good 1 year bet. Yeah.
This is where it gets nuts. It's very similar to OEL. Duchene's buyout penalty the following season and the season after that, 24-25 and 25-26, is $5.5 million and then $6.5 million.
Is it?
It is.
How much was he? Wait, what year of that 7-year contract was he on?
The third.
No.
Yeah. His buyout number is for a long time.
Keep going. I have to look this up. I did not.
Whoa. That was blowing my mind because that deal just happened.
Yes.
That happened mid-pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
We were living here at this time.
We had just moved in. We put a credenza up.
I do remember
Burger King was still.
I was listening to 32 Thoughts coming back from.
Sorry to interrupt again. I interrupt you all the time, and you must get so upset at it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, you're not. Oh.
Hold that, because he's looking at the number for Duchene, but right below that, there's more dead cap in the name Kyle Turris.
That's another. Oh, my God.
Kyle Turris signed a 6-year, $6 million AAV deal for the 18-19 season.
Jeez.
Both Duchene and Turris were bought out following the second years of those contracts.
Oh, my God.
Which, believe this or not, in 25-26, the salary cap desperately needs to go up because the Predators are going to play two players $8.5 million that year not to play for them.
Jesus. Yeah. I think this kind of confirms a couple things. The OEL buyout isn't that crazy anymore?
Not that bad.
It's not that bad comparative to, I understand it's 8 years, but, hey, guess what? People are... not a lot of teams had a lot of options, and the Canucks weren't the only ones to bite the bullet and go ahead with that. The thing I saw on the Preds page is not only do they have that dead cap, but then that cap penalty for the buyout. Then you go up. They're retaining $4 million on Ryder for 2 years. Mattias Ekholm also $250K, not as much, but still $250K.
That means
that's a whopper.
That's $12.5 million that they are paying players not to play there next year. I hope that Barry sees this and goes to Gary and says the Mullet Arena should not be existing after any longer.
You know what, Barry? I think we're going to give you a couple compliance buyouts. We're going to bring that back just for you because you've been such a mensch.